From Toronto, Ontario, Kadar Salam. And at guard number 20, a 6-foot sophomore from London, Ontario, Michael Provenzano. Now fans, let's meet tonight's starting lineups for your Seattle Pacific Falcons. The Falcons are coached by Grant Lee. His assistants are Keegan Bone, Matt Borton, and George Parker. Let's meet your Falcon starters. At forward number 2, a 6'5" senior from Maple Valley, Coleman Wooten. At forward number 32, a 6'6" sophomore from Woodinville, Tony Miller. At center number 30, a 6'8" junior from Richland, Nathan Stroifert. At guard number 22, a 6-foot sophomore from Sandy, Utah, Kid Colosimo. And at guard number 33, a 6'5" sophomore from Wenatchee, Gavin Long.
All right, very good evening to you, everybody, and welcome in to the campus of Seattle Pacific University one more time in downtown Seattle. My name is Tom Giulianella, and we're getting ready for some men's basketball here between the SPU Falcons and the Simon Fraser University Clan. The Falcons come into this matchup with a 6-4 record, coming off a tough loss on Thursday against Western Washington, 86-80. In a very tightly contested game. They're 1-2 in the GNAC. Simon Fraser also 1-2 in the GNAC, 7-4 on the year overall. Falcons in the home white, Simon Fraser in the red. Simon Fraser going from right to left on your screen to start out the first half. Falcons going from left to right. And the layup no good for Kadar Salam, the leading scorer of the Simon Fraser clan. And in transition, they work it to Long as it goes Wooten to Stroifert to Long there for the layup. And the Falcons create 2 quick points for themselves. And driving right and going up is Michael Provenzano, and he's fouled on the way up. So that'll be 2 shots for him. The referees in tonight's game, Aaron Starkovich, Da Vinci Elmore, Daniel Wynn. Foul that time going on Grant Long. That's his first. Or Gavin Long, excuse me. That's his first personal. First team foul of the half. And the free throw up and no good off the front iron for Michael Provenzano. And one more free throw coming up for Provenzano. To start out the night for both sides, for the Falcons you have Coleman Wooten, Gabe Colosimo, Nathan Stroifert, Tony Miller, Gavin Long. For Simon Fraser, you have Kadar Salam, Isaiah Sherman Newsom, Michael Provenzano, J.J. Pankratz, and Tyrell Lewin. Simon Fraser making 1 of 2 free throws that time, and now Miller goes inside to Long, can't make it, but Stroifert is there to clean it up and tap it in. 4-1, Falcons up by 3. Provenzano with it. And he delivers it to Sherman Newsom, who then hands it off to Pankratz. Gets back to Sherman Newsom, hands it off Pankratz. Coming in against Wooten. And he delivers it on a kick out. And driving right is Salam. 8 to shoot. 3-pointer on the way. Up and good, and we're tied. Provenzano hits it from the right side. 4-4 tie. Now Colosimo with it, right side. He goes to Long, and that one broken up and out of bounds by Pankratz. So the Falcons will inbound with 21 seconds to shoot from the baseline. And it looks like it'll be Long who will inbound here to Wooten, hands it, or rather to Miller, hands it off to Long, to Stroifert. Now here's Wooten. He heads right around the screen set by Stroifert, goes up for the layup, counted in the foul. Coleman Wooten scores. He's on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. And the Falcons lead it 6-4. And that'll be the first foul of the half on Simon Fraser. And number 1 on Tyrell Lewin. And now 1-point opportunity here for Wooten. Can't make it. Lewin the rebound. Back the other way we go. Provenzano with it. He'll direct traffic for the time being. Provenzano passes out to Pankratz. Pankratz Screen set for him heading to the right. Now back inside. Going up. Blocked by Wooten from behind. Apparently cleanly. Out of bounds. Untouched. And Simon Fraser inbounds from the baseline with 13 seconds to shoot. Provenzano will inbound. Tony Miller guarding him. Bounces over there to Pankratz, who slides through the front door, and he scores. And we're even at 6. Colosimo with it. Over to Wooten. Wooten coming in a step or two and being trapped and just getting the loose ball and then throwing it toward the bleachers was Provenzano as he tried to save it. No change of possession. 18 seconds left to shoot for the Falcons once they inbound this ball. Coleman Wooten will inbound. Colosimo has it. He gets Provenzano. Now he gives it to Stroifert. Jump step to the hoop, and he lays it in with a left hand off the glass. Stroifert scores, and it's 8-6. Falcons by 2. Provenzano hands it off to Salam, and now it gets back to Salam from Provenzano. Goes with the left hand, and he lays it in off the glass. 8-8 tie. So Salam, the leading scorer of Simon Fraser, with over 16 points per game on the scoreboard for the first time. Long inside to Stroifert, and he lays it in off the glass with a double team nearby along the post, and it's 10-8. Falcons by 2. Good tempo early on shown by both sides. Salam with it. Ball poked free by Long, but Salam gets it back. Here's Pankratz. And now left corner, Sherman Newsom going up, and he's fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line as he drives the baseline that time. Foul this time is going to go on Stroifert, and that's his first personal. And that will be the second team foul of the half on the Falcons. Looks like Harry Cavill is at the scorer's table, ready to check in. And Cavill will check in here for the Falcons. Second free throw coming up here. Looks like he checked in for Long that time. And second free throw up and good for Sherman Newsom. And it's 10-9. Colosimo and Miller working it left to Wooten. Now he heads back to the middle. Stroifert, Colosimo. Stroifert inside, can't dunk it, but he can lay it in, and it's 12-9. Falcons by 3. Provenzano hands it off. Sherman Newsom, ball poke free, but it slides over to Salam. Salam heading to the right a couple steps. Now he hands off Provenzano. Provenzano comes in, kicks out, they shoot a 3, and it's good. Pankratz sinks it. The 6'6" senior from Abbotsford, British Columbia, ties it at 12. Pankratz with 5 points early on. And now this is Cavill over to Miller. Trying to spin around 2 defenders, he can't. Gives it to Stroifert, who then gave it to Wooten, and Wooten goes up, can't lay it in with the left hand. And Stroifert poked it free from Pankratz, but Pankratz got it back. Now in transition. Sherman Newsom kicking it out. Provenzano backpedaling against Colosimo. Now it's Sherman Newsom, hands it back to Pankratz. It's Provenzano, and now Sherman Newsom for 3, and he hit it from the top of the circle. So Simon Fraser with the lead, and timeout called on the floor with 15:40 to play in the first half. So a dizzying pace here, a lot of ball movement, particularly on the Simon Fraser side being shown so far. And they have a 15-12 lead over the Falcons. Falcons using their first timeout. We'll come back in a moment. Well, both teams breaking their respective huddles following the timeout called by the SPU Falcons. They trail 15-12 to Simon Fraser. Falcons have won 16 out of 18 in this series all time. Looking to improve on that record here. As Braden Olson checks in the game for the first time for the Falcons. And now this is Hunter Eisenhower also in the game for the first time who gets to touch the ball. Now it's Olson again. Tony Miller. Nikhil Lazat also in the game for SPU, and Miller goes up and he's fouled. And we'll see if that's credited as a shooting foul or not as he tried to drive to the hoop. Foul this time going on number 5, Jordan Muir K-Young of Simon Fraser. That's his first personal, second team. Muir K-Young in the game for the first time for the Clan. First free throw up and good for Tony Miller. And that makes it 15-13. On the floor right now for the Falcons, you have Olson, Cavill, Lazat, Eisenhower, and Miller. For the Clan, you have Muir K-Young, Salam, Sherman Newsom, Provenzano, Pankratz. And they lob it inside, and there's the touchdown to Pankratz. A little bit of an alley-oop there, and that makes it a 3-point game. Simon Fraser in the lead. Cavill trying to work the baseline against a double team, and he tried to kick it out toward Lazat, but we get a foul. Foul that time going on Pankratz, and that's going to be his first personal foul. Third team. 3 fouls on the Clan here in the half so far. 2 on the Falcons. Here's Olson in the corner. Going to Cavill. Eisenhower. Lazat driving left, coming in. Fumbles the ball. It was poked free, looked like by Muir K-Young. And here comes Salam on the other end for the Clan. He goes up and he scores with a right hand against Cavill. So 2 quick points for Simon Fraser, and they lead at 19-14. Olson hands it off Lazat, and now it's Miller. Eisenhower left side. Olson coming in quickly, fakes, goes up, can't make it. And there's Miller with the rebound, can't tap it in and clean it up. Rebound Pankratz. Provenzano with it. Provenzano behind the back, handoff, and there's the three-pointer from the top of the circle for Pankratz, and it's 22-14. So Simon Fraser starting to separate themselves from the Falcons here early in this first half. We're about 6 minutes into this contest, and the Falcons have some work to do on the offensive end, among other things. Mid-range shot for Miller, no good. He thought he got hacked by Sherman Newsom, but he couldn't draw the foul. Here's Provenzano. Stops, hands it off to Pankratz. Pankratz coming in, kicks it out. Muir K-Young over to Pankratz. To Provenzano, 20 to shoot. Muir K-Young kicks out, 3 for Sherman. Newsom is good! And it's a double-digit lead for Simon Fraser. So the Clan, a team that won just 2 GNAC games a year ago and 4 games overall, coming into Royal Brome Pavilion and showing some good stuff offensively as far as their ball movement and their shooting. And they lead at 25-14. A timeout called by the Falcons. They only have 2 left, and we'll be back in a moment. Following the 30-second timeout, they inbound to Lazat. 13:26 and counting to play first half, 25-14. Simon Fraser in the lead here early on as Lazat has it for the Falcons. Goes to Stroyford, now it's Lazat. Into the corner, Cavill inside, long lays it in. Nice ball movement there by the Falcons. They get it done on the offensive end and score, and they get within 9. Now they're going to need a lot more where that came from. Provenzano. Passes short right. Salam hands it off. 3-pointer on the way for Muir K. Young, and he can't make it, and here comes Stroifert. Over the long in transition on an outlet pass. Lazat's there. He comes in, spins around. Inside, Stroifert, just an easy little tap in there for him, and that puts the Falcons back within 7. So 2 good offensive possessions in a row for the Falcons. Very encouraging, I'm sure, for their head coach, Grant Leap. And now they work it to the right with Provenzano, who throws it up, can't make it. Here comes Lazat with the rebound. Good transition defense so far. Lazat kicks it out as he's falling down to Cavill. Cavill heading left, floats it up from the paint, and it's good. 25-20. 3 good offensive possessions in a row for the Falcons. And now Provenzano will let it roll across the timeline. Sherman Newsom, Provenzano. Sherman Newsom with it, now Provenzano has it. Sherman Newsom. Salam the shot, no good. The assist would have gone to Muir K. Young there. Rebound to Stroifert. Here comes Cavill in transition. Stops, gives it to Lazat. Long with it. Long coming in, dribbling left. Finger roll is good. 25-22. Falcons trail just by 3 now. So the Falcons starting to wake up on the offensive end. And now that's going to entice Provenzano and Simon Fraser to call a timeout. So the Falcons, who trailed just a minute ago by 11, now just trailed by 3, 25-22, an 8-0 run and counting for the Falcons. More to come in a moment. Eleven minutes, 24 seconds left, first half. Falcons on an 8-0 run right now against Simon Fraser, but they still trail the Clan by 3, 25-22. Inbounds pass coming up here to Provenzano. Hands it off to Othniel Spence. And now it's going to be Pankratz driving into the left, and he's fouled on the way up. And Eisenhower basically tapping his head, indicating that was on him. And that's Eisenhower's first personal foul. Each team now with 3 fouls apiece in this first half. And now 2 free throws coming up for Pankratz. First free throw up and good for him, so that ends the 8 unanswered points for the Falcons. 11-12 left first half, 26-22. Simon Fraser leading, and now it's 27-22. Clan by 5. Eisenhower hands off to Lazat on the inbounds. Lazat across the timeline, trying to move quickly. Screen set by Long there. Now he goes to Stroifert. Back to Long. Whistle here. I think we're going to get a foul. A reach in from behind, perhaps on Pankratz, but let's see. Or Provenzano, excuse me. And it is going to be on Provenzano, and that's going to be his first personal, 4th team. So the Falcons inbounds from the baseline. 20 seconds to shoot for them. Long will inbound. And he goes over to Cavill, to Lazat. Lazat now. Clan switching defenders, and now they deliver it to Cavill. Can't make the 3. Or actually, Eisenhower was there, and he couldn't make the 3. And now here come the Clan in transition. Ball poked out of bounds. Last touch, though, off number 34, Alex Varanjes. Alex Varanjes had that ball go off his hands, and the Falcons take over on offense. And now it's going to be Lizotte with the ball against Pankratz, top of the circle. They give it to Stroyford, lobs it inside, long, can't lay it in, too strong inside, rebound Spence. Back the other way we go, Spence. Provenzano with it. Provenzano heading to the left, back to Spence in the corner, now Provenzano. Now it's Pankratz. Pankratz back to Provenzano, shoots the three, can't make it off the back iron. Rebound going to Pankratz, and now it's going to be Muir K. Young over to Provenzano, left side, back to Pankratz, top of the circle. They try to throw it inside, almost had a turnover there, but Simon Fraser keeps possession. Pankratz with the ball now. A fake coming in with Spence. Now it's Provenzano with 6. A whistle, he walked. Falcons take over on offense.
Coming back in for the Falcons, number 2, Coleman Wooten, 22, Gabe Colosimo.
And Coleman Wooten and Gabe Colosimo check back in for the Falcons, and checking back in for the Clan will be Kadar Salam. He checks in for Provenzano. Inbounds coming up here to Colosimo. Wooten, Colosimo, Stroyford, Miller, and Long in the game right now for the Falcons. Long inside, Miller, reverse, can't make it. Wooten can't tap it in. Ball being batted around, gets into the hands of Muir K. Young, and he's going to go behind the back, almost no look, to number 11, Kadar Salam. Can't make it from deep, and getting fouled there was Stroyford. So that's going to be foul number 5 on the Clan. Foul number 1 on Varanjes. That's his first personal, team's 5th. Here's Colosimo with the ball. In the game for the Clan right now, by the way, are Spence, Muir K. Young, Salam, Pankratz, and Varanjes. And get a foul here as Stroyford got interfered with. Going to get a reach-in foul, looks like, on Salam, and that's his first, team 6th. So the Falcons almost in the bonus situation, and we'll see if that changes the way Simon Fraser plays on defense. Does that make it any looser for them in that perspective? And now Tony Miller gets the layup inside, and that gets the Falcons within 3. Good ball movement again by the Falcons. Muir K. Young over to Pankratz. Muir K. Young left side. Now Pankratz top of the circle, coming in, goes up, floats it up from the free throw line, no good. Rebound Stroyford. Back the other way we go. Colosimo bounces to Miller. Miller going up, can't make it. No blocking foul or charging foul there, even though Muir K. Young went down. And now they kick it out to Spence. They work it left to Salam, got it from Muir K. Young, and now Muir K. Young gets it back on the kick out. 15 to shoot. Salam with it now. Muir K. Young, 6 to shoot. Drives left, top of the key shot, no good. Rebound, Stroyford just tips it over to Colosimo. Colosimo front court, hustling. He's going to deliver it left to Miller, and they bounced it toward Wooten, and I think we're going to get a reach-in foul on Simon Fraser, and that'll be number 7 on them. And that will be on Muir K. Young, and that's his second foul, and that will lead to some substitutions here. Lewin and Sherman Newsom check back in for the Clan. Varanjes is out. Pankratz is out for the Clan. Not Muir K. Young, though, even though he has the 2 fouls. First free throw up and good for Wooten. So interesting substitution choices there by Steve Hansen, the second-year head coach of Simon Fraser. Second free throw up and no good for Wooten. It's off the back iron and gets into the hands of Salam. 2-point game, 27-25. We have less than 8 minutes to go until halftime. Lewin delivering it over to Spence, and now the three-point attempt from the top of the circle is good for Sherman Newsom. And that makes it a 5-point game, and Isaiah Sherman Newsom's in double digits now. He's got 10 points for the Clan. Stroyford, Colosimo being harassed defensively. Ball almost picked off, by Lewin, but Stroyford saves it. No jump ball either, but no handoff between Wooten and Miller to be had there. And now we get a timeout on the floor with 7:27 to play in the first half. Looks like this is going to be out of bounds off the Klan. They're still showing 12 seconds left on the shot clock. We'll confirm that, though, for you after the under 8-minute media timeout is over. Falcons trail 30-25, and we'll be back in a moment. Well, looks like we're about ready to come out of the under 8-minute timeout. Still 12 seconds showing on the shot clock, so I'm going to assume this is SPU ball. And they will inbound from the baseline here, and they will get it to Stroyford, over to Wooten. 7:22 left first half. Falcons trail by 5, 30-25, and now 30-27 as Tony Miller lays it in off the glass with the right hand, and it's 30-27. Ewer K. Young. And that ball poked free by Salam. Not a clean handoff to Spence, but the Klan keep the ball. 13 to shoot now. Salam with it. Salam coming in, just hands it off to Lewin. Shot from mid-range, no good. Rebound gets into the hands of Gavin Long. Back the other way we go. Colosimo, Stroyford, Wooten, right corner for the tie. He hit it. So Coleman Wooten hits it from deep. He's got 6, and that ties it at 30. So now Muir K. Young with it. Spence heading to the left. Almost slid that right foot too far, and that's exactly what happened. They blow the whistle and call traveling. So the Falcons inbound here with 6:23 to play first half. Trying to get the lead for the first time in what feels like a while. Simon Fraser is led by as much as 11 in this game, and that pass by Miller tipped and picked off by Spence. Muir K. Young with it, over to Salam. Salam has the ball poked free, but it gets back to Sherman Newsom. Now it's going to be Muir K. Young over to Salam. Salam driving in, no good against Long. Good defense by him. Falcons scoop up the loose ball. And now this is Colosimo to Wooten, to Long for the lead for 3. No, tap in. Miller's going to try it now after getting the rebound, and he gets it in after spinning and pivoting toward the glass. Got the angle he wanted, and he scored. 32-30 now. Sherman Newsom hands it off. Spence to Muir K. Young, back to Sherman Newsom. Lost the ball, but it actually just dribbles back to Spence. And now the three-pointer's up and good. So that gives the Klan a 1-point lead. Colosimo delivers it to Miller. Tries for the lead, and the 3, no. Rebound, tipped. Long trying to run it down. He can't. Spence got it first. Back the other way. Sherman Newsom. Spence. And now Muir K. Young with it. 20 to shoot. Less than 5 minutes left till halftime now. Salam top of the circle. He delivers it to Muir K. Young. And now he delivers to Salam right side. 9 to shoot. Now down to 8. And now he passes left to Spence. Goes up left hand. Counted in the foul. So Othniel Spence scores.
Basket counts for Spence. Foul is on the
And that also draws the foul on Colosimo, his first personal, fourth team on the Falcons. Spence now with 5 points. Clan now with a 3-point lead. And now one free throw coming up here for Spence. Trying to put the Clan up by 4, and he hit it. Now Cabell will check in for the Falcons. He checks in for Coleman Wooten. And now Tony Miller ready to inbound for SPU. It's going to get into the hands of Colosimo this time. Gabe Colosimo. Miller. Cabell. Stroyford fakes the pass. Now he gives it to Colosimo. Left corner, it's going to be Long. Now he kicks out. Colosimo fakes the shot, heads left. Now it's going to be Long, drives right on a crossover. And now it's Colosimo after getting it from Stroyford. 7 to shoot, working the baseline, and he delivers it to Long, who slashes inside and scores. And that gets the Falcons within 2. Long has 8 points now, 36-34. Provenzano with it. Hands off, a fake for Spence. Now it's Salam over to Sherman Newsom. Now Salam. Now it's going to be Spence. Kicks it out. Provenzano. Now it's Spence right corner. Kicks out. Tipped by Cabell, but right back to Sherman Newsom. Salam driving in. Blocked! And it was Stroyford who got his hand on it with 6 seconds to go on the shot clock, and a foul is going to be called. So apparently not a clean block for the Falcons. The foul was on Cabell, and that's his first. Team's 5th. Timeout on the floor with 3:45 left first half. Score is 36-34. Falcons trailing Simon Fraser. Back in a moment. .345 left until halftime. Score is 36-34. Simon Fraser in the lead. Following the shooting foul on the Falcons, we see Kadar Salam go to the line for 2 shots here for the Clan. First shot for him up and good. So Salam has 5 points, and the Clan have a 3-point lead now. Second shot coming up for him, and it's going to be no good off the front iron. Rebound tipped and into the hands of the Falcons and Gavin Long. And now here comes Lazat with it. Hands off to Cavell. Cabell over to Stroyford, and now it's Long. Miller posts up inside, and the right-hand shot is good. Tony Miller asserts himself inside. He's got 10 points, and that makes it 37-36. Provenzano with it. Provenzano thought about going to Salam, but he goes to Sherman Newsom instead. Now it's Provenzano who gets it back from Sherman Newsom. And Sherman Newsom passes left to Pankratz. 10 to shoot. Sherman Newsom top of the circle. No good off the back iron. Rebound to Miller. Back the other way we go. Falcons trying to get the lead here. Miller. Lazat. Long. Long swings it to the corner. They shoot, not even close, and the rebound gets into the hands of Lewin. Back the other way we go in transition now. Pankratz, left corner. Lazat can't poke it free. Now it's Provenzano. Sherman Newsom, Salam right corner. Salam coming in. Cabell can't poke it free from him. He's able to get it inside to Lewin, who scores. And it's 39-36. The last jump shooter, by the way, for the Falcons was Cavill on that three-pointer from the left corner. Just couldn't quite see it from our camera angle initially. And now it's going to be long over to Lizotte for three, and that's good. Lizotte hits it from the right side, 39-39. Falcons tie it. Lizotte with his first points of the night. And Provenzano scoops it up toward Pankratz. Out of bounds, off Pankratz. Nice job by Tony Miller to bump him without drawing the foul and poking that ball free. And now Stroifert and Long sit out. Eisenhower and Wooten re-enter for the Falcons. Cavill will inbound here to Lizotte. And it gets back to Cavill. Less than 2 minutes left in what's been a competitive and up and down and up-tempo first half. Wooten bounces to Lizotte, kicks out Eisenhower. Eisenhower heads left a couple steps. Now it's Lizotte. Lizotte spins around, almost lost the ball, and I think we're going to get a foul on Provenzano this time, and that'll be number 8 on the Clan in this half. It's actually going to get called on Salam, and that's his second. So Spence is going to check back in, and Salam will sit out.
So for the Clan 0, outfield Spence.
And now we get another substitution here before Lizotte goes to the line. It's going to be Stroifert who checks in for Cavill. And now 2 free throws coming up here for Lizotte. Or at least 2 if he makes the first. There's the first free throw in the 1-and-1 situation. So he gets another free throw, and the Falcons are back in the lead for the first time in a while, 40-39. Minute 40 left till half. Lizotte makes the second free throw, no problem. And that gives him 5 points, and that gives the Falcons a 2-point advantage. Provenzano with it now. For the Clan, delivers it to Pankratz, back to Provenzano, over to Sherman Newsom. Sherman Newsom over to Spence. They work it inside. Lewin kicks it back out to Spence, and he hits the three. And that puts Simon Fraser back in the lead. 42-41. Lizotte. And Wooten heading to the left. Goes to Lizotte. Wooten. And driving right, Stroifert going up, and he can't make it, and he's fouled. And he will go to the line for 2. That's 9 fouls on the Clan in this half now. Foul that time going on Sherman Newsom. That is his first. And here comes Stroifert to the line now. This is the first free throw for Stroifert, and it's up and good. So he gets 1 more free throw now. 42-42, Stroifert has 11. Chance to give the Falcons the lead here. It's up and good, and it's 43-42. Minute 5 left before the half. Provenzano with it. Front court. Provenzano heading left. He gives it over to Pankratz. Pankratz coming in. Pankratz tries to kick it out, and it's picked off by Tony Miller. It's now going to go to Lizotte. Lizotte for the 3, and he hit it. Lizotte hits it from deep from the right side, and he's got 8 off the bench in this half. Falcons by 4. Provenzano with it. Passes short left, Pankratz. Pankratz against Wooten, kicks out. Sherman Newsom going for 3. He hit it. 46-45. Clan within 1. Shot clock is off. Falcons can run this clock all the way down to 0 if they want, although Provenzano, the way he was approaching Lizotte from midcourt, near midcourt, he may have other ideas. Down to less than 10 seconds now. Lizotte heading to the left, and now it's Wooten with 4. Shoots the 3 against Pankratz. No, and no tap in to be had. That shot by Spence won't count. It's not even close anyway. Halftime from Royal Brome Pavilion. Score is 46-45. Falcons in the lead by 1 in what was a very competitive and up and down first half between these two GNAC folks. So we'll take a break for about 12 minutes in our coverage, and then we'll come back for some SPU sports news and some halftime stats. We'll see you in a few. Well, we're a couple minutes away from starting the second half between the SPU Falcons and the Simon Fraser Clan. The Falcons right now up 46-45 over Simon Fraser. Tom Giuliani here with you. Let's take a look at some SPU sports news really quickly. The SPU women's basketball team defeated Montana State Billings 70-61 at home on Thursday behind the 19-point performance of Jordan McPhee. The Falcons remain home for a pair of games next week. They host Northwest Nazarene on Thursday and Central Washington next Saturday. Both games are scheduled for 7 o'clock starts right here in Brome Pavilion. The SPU Gymnasts opened their 2018 season on January 12th against NCAA Division I competitor UC Davis. Make plans to come back to Brome Pavilion on January 12th to catch your first glimpse of the Falcon gymnastics team in action. And finally, the SPU men's basketball team travels to Alaska next week for a 2-game road trip. The Falcons visit Fairbanks on Thursday and Anchorage next Saturday. And they return to Seattle for a 4-game homestand that begins on January the 11th at 7 o'clock against Concordia Portland. So come back to Brome Pavilion on January 11th for the next SPU men's home game. And a quick look at the stats here in the first half. We've seen some very sharp shooting and very sharp passing, for that matter, by both of these teams. Falcons shooting 18 of 31 from the field, good for 58.1%. Simon Fraser 15 of 27, good for 55.6%. Simon Fraser shooting really well from deep. That's what's helping keep them close right now. 9 of 12 from three-point land. Falcons 3 of 8. And not a lot of opportunities from the free throw line for either side. 9 free throws apiece for the Clan and the Falcons. Simon Fraser 6 of 9, Falcons 7 of 9. Falcons winning the rebounding battle right now, 15-13. And furthermore, as far as assists are concerned, both have evenly distributed the ball, if you will, or at least they haven't been afraid to, with their scoring opportunities. The Falcons right now with 11 assists, Clan have 10. Not a lot of turnovers for either side. Clan have 5 turnovers, Falcons with 3. And largest lead for the Clan has been 11 points. Falcons' largest lead has been 4. Quick looks at the leading scorers for both sides as well. Isaiah Sherman Newsom and J.J. Pankratz leading the way for the Clan with 13 points and 12 points respectively. For the Falcons, Nathan Stroyford has 12, Tony Miller has 10, and right behind them you have Gavin Long and Nikhil Lazat with 8. So we're getting ready to start the second half here. Looks like on the floor for the Falcons to start will be Colosimo, and then Wooten, and Stroyford, and Miller, and Long. For the Clan, you have Provenzano, Pankratz, Sherman Newsom, Salam, and looks like Lewin as number 5 over there. So here is Wooten. He gives it off to Stroyford. Falcons going from right to left in the second half on your screen. Clan going from left to right. Falcons in the white jerseys, in case you just joined us. Clan in the red. And Colosimo just throws it up, no good. Long can't get the tap in, and the rebound gets into the hands of Sherman Newsom. Back the other way we go, Salam. Over to Provenzano. Provenzano hands off to Sherman Newsom. Salam gets it back from Provenzano. And Pankratz hands it to Provenzano, heading right, no good. Rattles out, rebound into the hands of Tony Miller. Back the other way we go. Colosimo takes it. Colosimo heading to the right. Wooten with it. Touch pass, Stroyford going up, and counted in the foul. Nathan Stroyford hits it, and the Falcons lead it by 3. He's got 14 to lead the way still for SPU. So that'll be the first foul in the second half on the Clan, and the second foul on Mr. Lewin, Tyrell Lewin. 1 free throw here for Stroyford, and it's good. Falcons by 4. That's the biggest lead they've had in quite some time. Of course, we just talked about their biggest lead in this game has been 5. So they really haven't gotten a big advantage tonight on Simon Fraser for the most part. And there's the 2-pointer from the free throw line for Salam. He's got 7. Leading scorer of the Clan getting into tonight's matchup with over 16 per game. And this is Long, who kicks out to Colosimo. Bounces here, Stroyford hands it off Long, left corner, Stroyford, Colosimo, and that one is almost picked off by Pankrats, but the ball goes out of bounds. 10 seconds left to shoot on the shot clock now. Inbounds coming here. 10 seconds once the Falcons inbound. Colosimo, 8 to shoot, 7, bounces inside. Stroyford just tosses it up, and I think that may have been enough to draw the shooting foul against Lewin. That's a heady play there by Stroyford. Foul that time on Lewin, his third, and that is indeed going to get Stroyford to the free throw line, or is Long going to inbound this? Nope, they're going to say you got to inbound it. I thought for a moment Stroyford did enough to draw the shooting foul, but the officials say no. No shooting foul. Second foul on the Clan in the half, though. 20 seconds to shoot for the Falcons, starting now. Colosimo, right corner, heading left. Hands off. Stroyford inside, right hand, no. Wooten, yes! He taps it in and cleans it up. And it's 51-47, Falcons by 4. Provenzano with it, front court. Against Colosimo. Biding his time. Salam, 3, no good. And the rebound gets into the hands of Sherman Newsom. Provenzano with it, coming in against Colosimo. Hands it off. Pankrats heading to the right against Wooten. Fakes, goes up, turn around, no. Rebound gets into the hands of Stroyford. Back the other way we go. Colosimo with it. Colosimo to Wooten. Wooten almost slid that left foot a little bit too far. And now it's Tony Miller. Heading left, kicks out Colosimo. 15 to shoot. Gives it to Miller inside. Bumps the defender, can't make the layup. Ball being juggled around, and it gets into the hands of Salam. Back the other way we go in transition. Nice handoff there to Provenzano, and he scores. Good body control that time by Salam. 51-49. Falcons still up 2. 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Wooten. Fakes, goes up, can't make it. Rebound Lewin. Back the other way we go. Salam, and Sherman Newsom beats the defender, but he can't get the layup. Stroyford interrupted that just enough, but Lewin's there to get the rebound and the tap in, and we're tied. 51 all. Colosimo with it. Front court. Miller. Wooten heading to the right. And almost to traveling, almost to tie up as well, and now Miller goes for the layup. He can't make it, but he drew the foul, and he will go to the line for sure this time. Foul this time going on Pankrats, and that's going to be his second. Third on the Clan in this half. And now Tony Miller, 6'6" sophomore from Woodinville. Ex-Woodinville Falcon, and he goes to the line for 2 shots here. Trying to give the Falcons the lead once again. Tony Miller can't make the first. It went off the rim and out. And now Jordan Muir-Kyoung checks in for the Clan, and Sherman Newsom checks out. Meanwhile, Eisenhower and Cavill ready to check in for the Falcons. Eisenhower in for Long, it looks like. Cavill's going to come in for somebody, but just not yet. Miller's got to make this second free throw first. And it's on the way, and it's good. 52-51, Falcons in the lead. Cavill checks in for Miller. And now the Falcons get back to work on the defensive end. They'll play back into the half court. Provenzano takes it now against Colosimo. Passes short left. And it's Muir-Kyoung over to Pankrats to Salam, and Salam slashes inside and scores with the right hand. 53-52, Clan. Colosimo hands it off. Wooten going to the right. Bounces to Stroyford. Posts up. Right hand. Turn around. No. Whistle here. No basket. And the Falcons will inbound following the foul on the Clan. 15:47 left, second half. Under 16-minute timeout coming up here. Foul that time going on Kadar Salam, and that's going to be his third overall, fourth on the Klan in this half. Timeout on the floor. Falcons trail 53-52 with 15:47 left in this second half. Competitive game so far, a lot more to come in a moment. Well, we are ready and set to pick up the action here following the under 16-minute timeout. We have 15 minutes, 47 seconds left to play. Score is 53-52. Klan in the lead here in the second half. Eisenhower trying to get the lead back for the Falcons. Can't make it from the top of the circle. Loose ball gets into the hands of Muir K. Young. And now Muir K. Young drives in with a right hand. Can't make it. And now here comes Cavill. In transition. Knocks down a defender. And offensive foul is going to be the call. The feet were set. And Cavill was just a little bit too out of control there. And that's going to be his second personal foul. Team foul number 1 in the second half on the Falcons. Now a quick substitution here. Colosimo checks out. Lazat checks in. Inbounds coming up. Provenzano. Cross the timeline. And now it's Muir K. Young. And now this is going to be Pankratz, who drives into the left, gets by Wooten on a fake, and he lays it in with a right hand. The Klan lead it by 3, 55-52. Hunting for just their third win all time against the Falcons in 19 tries. And now it's Cavill to Wooten over to Eisenhower. Lazat. Eisenhower bounces to Wooten. Posts up, goes up right hand. He can't make it, but he was fouled. 2 shots. Coming up in just a matter of moments. So Coleman Wooten to the line here. Foul that time going on Jordan Muir K. Young, his third. First free throw, no good. And Muir K. Young checks out of the game, and now Othniel Spence checks in for the Klan. Second free throw coming up here for Wooten. After missing the first, he missed the second. Rebound tipped, and it gets into the hands of Lewin before it can go out of bounds. Provenzano with it, an empty scoring opportunity there for the Falcons. Sherman Newsom hands off to Spence. Over to Pankratz. And now it's Spence. Eisenhower guarding him. Kick out. Provenzano against Lazat. They kick it out. Try for 3 from deep, and they hit it. Pankratz hits it from the top of the circle. The Klan will not cool down from three-point land. And they lead it by 6, 58-52. Stroyford hands it off to Lazat. 16 to shoot. Inside, Stroyford can't make it with the right hand, but a tap-in is good for Wooten with the left. 58-54. Spence gives it to Provenzano. Directing traffic. Provenzano just hands it off. Spence kicks it out. Pankratz for the 3. Can't make it this time. Loose ball. Out of bounds. And I think this is going to stay with the Clan. Stroyford and Wooten out of the game now. Olsen and Miller in for the Falcons. Inbounds coming up here for the Clan. They had 5 seconds to inbound it. From the baseline, loose ball scooped up by Eisenhower. Eisenhower kind of bumps Lewin, and now he gives it to Lizotte. Over to Miller now. Miller posting up against Lewin, foul. That's number 6 on the Clan in this half. And with 13:26 to go, you wonder if that changes the equation in terms of how maybe they're going to play defensively. Lewin's out of the game now with 4 fouls. And now Alex Varanjes checks in again for the Clan. First time in this half for him. Eisenhower, quick 3, no good, it's short. Rebound gets into the hands of Spence. Spence in transition, trying to do it all by himself. And he does with the left hand. He lays it in, and it's 60-54. Simon Fraser in the lead by 6. Spence to Cavill. Over to Lizotte, coming in. Bounces to Cavill. To Eisenhower, to Olsen. Olsen heading to the left. He's going to go to Cavill. Cavill spins around, right hand short, gets it back. Second chance, good! Cavill cleans it up, and it's 60-56. He's got 4 points now. Provenzano against Olsen. And that's blocked! And we get a foul on the way up. Cavill blocked it, but Provenzano got hit, and he goes to the line. He got hit by Olsen, and that's where the foul will come from. That's his first personal foul, second in the half on the Falcons, as Gavin Long checks in for Eisenhower now. Or check that, that's not going to be a shooting foul apparently. They're going to say it was after the shot or away from the shot. So Provenzano's got to inbound this, and it gets into the hands of Varanjes. And now here's Provenzano. Going against Cavill. Gives it to Pankratz. Right corner. Now it's Varanjes. And now it's Provenzano who got it over towards Sherman Newsom. And I think we're going to get a foul reaching in on Olsen. That'll be his second. Tried to reach in from behind to play defense, get the ball back. Third foul on the Falcons in this half. Inbounds coming. Delay a game on 20 red, so that's on Provenzano. So that's a warning for Simon Fraser. Inbounds coming up here. Olsen with the ball. And now it's going to be Provenzano who gets it back from Sherman Newsom, and now it's Pankratz. Varanjes. Provenzano, touch pass. Sherman Newsom. Posting up against Miller now. Has room. Short mid-range turnaround is good. And now a stoppage. Sherman Newsom now with 15. Tony Miller trying to get a question answered. And now Grant Leap getting an explanation for something. I don't know what this stoppage is about. Looks like Miller's out of the game for the time being, and Stroyford checks in. And Miller is going back to the locker room. Don't know what that's about. Meanwhile, here's Lizotte for 3, and that's no good, and the rebound gets into the hands of Spence. That was a little bit odd. That was basically one of the officials directing Tony Miller to leave the game, and there was no technical foul or anything like that attached to it. Falcons get it back in transition after a missed shot. And now here's Long. Maybe they think he got hit in the head, has to have concussion protocol, I don't know. Whatever it was, we didn't see what happened from our vantage point behind the hoop here. And Cavill gets hit on the way up for that shot, and he's fouled by Varanjes, and that's going to be his second. Team foul number 7 on the Clan. Timeout on the floor with less than 12 minutes to play second half. 2 free throws coming up for Cavill when we come out of the under 12-minute timeout. 62-56 the score in favor of Simon Fraser. We'll be back. Well, for what it's worth, we just saw Tony Miller walk back into the gym. So whatever it was that had to be cleared up in the locker room, it got cleared up and done. And I would expect Tony Miller will be back in the game at some point pretty soon. Right now, though, it's Cavill at the free throw line. First free throw up and good for him. And that pulls the Falcons within 5. Cavill with 5 points now to his name. Second free throw coming up. Again, there was no technical foul assessed of any kind on Tony Miller. It just looked like the referee had a discussion with him and he had to leave the game. And I have no idea why that was, that he had to leave. Could be, too, that he had to get something cleaned up off his jersey. As Provenzano walks with the ball, and he can't believe it as he posts up with the ball. Maybe he had some blood on his jersey or something like that, and he had to get it cleaned off. It's hard to know. Lizotte gets bumped. Definitely a foul there. No basket for him as Varanjes makes contact. So that's going to be his third foul. Team's 8. And now Lizotte will go to the line. He'll shoot 1 and 1. Lizotte has 8 points off the bench for the Falcons. And Lizotte this year has been a very good free throw shooter. 34 of 36 going into this game. And the first shot up and good for him. And now Salam checks back in for Varanjes on the Simon Fraser side. Second free throw coming up here for Mr. Lizotte. 11:13 left on the clock. Second half. A lot of time left for the Falcons. Down by 3. And Lizotte hits the second free throw. 62-60. Provenzano has it now. Provenzano passes left to Spence, fakes the pass, gets it back to Provenzano. Bounces here to Pankratz. Trying to get around Cavill, he can't. Provenzano gets it back to Pankratz. And Pankratz turnaround shot is in and out, and the rebound gets into the hands of Streufert. Falcons trying to go in transition here. And Cavill kicks it out. Streufert to Long. Heading to his left. Finds Cavill. To Long. Streufert posts up. Goes up right hand. Misses. But we're going to get a foul. Salam can't believe it. He's got his arms raised as if to say, what did I do? But he's called for the foul, and that's his 4th. Number 9 on the Clan in this half. So Salam with 9 points so far in this game. He's got to check out. And that's a bit of a loss for Simon Fraser, knowing what Salam has done for them so far this season. He's the leading scorer. Second free throw up and good for Streufert. 62-61. Falcons within 1. Streufert with 16 now. Provenzano with the ball. Whistle here, foul on the Falcons, and Lizotte kind of held Muir K. Young from behind. And now some substitutions here. Olsen and Streufert check out. Wooten and Miller back in for the Falcons. So the Falcons getting some size in the game here. And now Provenzano heading to the right against Lizotte. Fumbles the ball, and Cavill scoops it up. Here comes SPU. Trying to get the lead. Handoff goes to Long. Now it's Cavill. Comes in. Right hand. Good in the foul! Cavill puts it in with the right hand off the glass. Falcons lead it by 1 with 10:10 remaining. Cavill's got 8 points. Chance to make it 9 right here. Foul that time going on Isaiah Sherman Newsom, his second. And that's already 10 fouls on the Klan, so it's 2 free throws the rest of the way for the Falcons, although this will just be a one-shot situation, and Cavill completes the three-point play. 64-62. Provenzano takes it. Going to Muir-Keyoung. Hands it off. Pankrat shoots the three. No good. Rebound. Lizotte and Miller basically got it simultaneously. Miller will get credit for the rebound, though. Long kicking it out to Miller, and Miller can't make it from three-point land. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch off the Falcons, and Long. So still just a 2-point lead for SPU. 9:46 left to play. Inbound from the end of the SPU bench. Nearest Grant Leap. Goes to Provenzano from Pankratz. Handoff to Muir-Keyoung. Heads to the left, inside. Sherman Newsom fakes, goes up for the tie. He rims it in. 64 all. Lizotte with the ball now. Simon Fraser still above 50% with their shooting. 53.3% to be exact. 24-45 from the field. Wooten with the ball now. 15 to shoot. He kicks out. Lizotte for the lead and the three, in and out. And the rebound gets into the hands of Spence. Falcons shooting below 50%, 23 of 49, good for just 46.9%. Now here is Provenzano. Kicks it out left corner. Muir-Keyoung back to Provenzano. Open look for three. He hit it. And the Klan just will not cool down offensively at all or take a break for these Falcons to go on a scoring run. And they lead it by 3. Lizotte lost the ball. Out of bounds off Lizotte. He got hit and he lost the ball and there was no foul. And the Klan get it back with 8:37 to go. Now Provenzano. Against Lizotte. Now it's Spence to Muir-Keyoung to Provenzano. Provenzano coming in, heading quickly to his left. Now he kicks out to Spence. And now Spence may slow it down a notch. 13 to shoot. Spence coming in, kicks out. Sherman Newsom over to Muir-Keyoung. He's missed it from three-point land. He was short. Rebound to Miller. Falcons trail by 3. Nearly 8 minutes to go. Wooten. Poked free, but Long gets it back for the Falcons. And now it's Long who gets it back from Lizotte. Tries to kick it out toward Miller. Out of bounds. Off the Falcons. With 7:57 to go. Timeout on the floor. Simon Fraser up by 3. 67-64. Ready to pick up the action here. Less than 8 minutes to play. Falcons down by 3, 67-64 to the Simon Fraser clan. Right now on the floor for the Falcons, you've got Wooten, Colosimo, Stroyford, Miller, and Long. And for the clan, you've got Spence, and you've got Muir K. Young. You've got Sherman Newsom, Provenzano, and Pankratz. And now they work it over to Sherman Newsom. Kicks out. Pankratz driving right. Kicks out again to Sherman Newsom. And it's good! The clan just continuing to create open looks with this constant ball movement that they have going on right now. And they're up 6. Miller inside to Wooten. Fakes, goes up and scores. Falcons within 4. 7:17 to go. Wooten has 12. Provenzano with the ball against Colosimo. Pankratz. Provenzano. Spence. Provenzano. Pankratz driving right, going up, right hand, he got it to go in. Looked like for a moment that was going to be too strong of a shot, but he got it to go down. Falcons trailed by 6. 6:47 and counting to go. Long, heading left. Kicks out Miller. Wooten. Posts up, bounces inside. Miller the slam dunk as he slides through that side door, and he gets the Falcons within 4. Miller has 13. Provenzano fakes the pass, goes to Spence. They go to Pankratz. Muir K. Young. And they go inside, and the layup is good for Sherman Newsom. The assist to Pankratz there. 74-68. 6 minutes left. Falcons down 6. Long. Stroyford, Miller. Colosimo gets hit. Blocking foul. 2 shots. Pankratz was a bit too close to him. 3rd foul on him. And 2 shots for Colosimo, with the Falcons already in that double bonus situation. First shot for Colosimo, up and no good from the free throw line. Falcons just 15 of 22 from the free throw line now. Second shot up and rims in. That makes it 16 of 23. And that makes it 69 for the Falcons, 74 for the Clan. Falcons just shooting 69.6% from the free throw line. And Provenzano for 3, and he hit it! Provenzano from the right side puts the Clan up 8. And they're getting closer to that 3rd win all time in 19 tries against the Falcons. A little bit of a milestone win for their program, in a sense. 13 to shoot. Coleman Wooten bounces inside. Layup is good for Long. Falcons not done yet by a long shot. Down 6, but they need some defensive stops. And then they need to turn the defensive stops into baskets. Provenzano with the ball. 3-pointer on the way. Rims out. In and out for Pankratz. Wooten scoops up the loose ball. Lost control of it. He was fouled. We'll go to the line. 2 shots for the Falcons.
First one goes on Michael Provenzano.
As Provenzano gets called for the foul, the 6-foot sophomore from London, Ontario. His second. 2 free throws for Wooten. Trying to get the Falcons within 4. Made the first. Nice job by Coleman Wooten. Now just 2 of 6 from the free throw line in this game. Falcons above 70% shooting now from the free throw line. 17 of 24. And make it 18 of 25 as he gets the second one to rim home. 77-73. Less than 5 minutes left. Provenzano with the ball. Provenzano hands it off to Spence. Got to Pankratz. Back to Spence for 3. He hit it again! The Clan just will not miss. They are 14 of 22 from three-point land. And that's a big reason for their success right now, as Stroyford gets that ball poked free from him in the paint. And he'll go to the line for 2. And the Clan also content to continue to play aggressively and up close on the defensive side, even though the Falcons are in the double bonus right now. Sherman Newsom called for the foul, his 3rd. And the first free throw no good for Schroefer. So the Falcons just struggling here from the free throw line. Still, they have 8 misses from the charity stripe in what is a 7-point game right now. And another miss! And the rebound gets into the hands of Pankratz. Back the other way we go. Muir K. Young. Chance to put the Clan up by 9 or 10. And now they work it to Pankratz, who kicks out on a no-look to Provenzano. Now Spence. Muir K. Young to Spence. Quick handoff. Provenzano, 2. Good! Amazing ball movement and amazing shooting right now from the Clan. They're up 9. Falcons got a long ways to go now in less than 4 minutes. Cavill. Miller. Colosimo tries to go inside. It's picked off. It's picked off by Provenzano. And he's going to go all the way, miss it with the right hand. Out of bounds. Falcons ball with 3:34 to go and a timeout on the floor. Simon Fraser getting close to a big victory here for their head coach, Steve Hansen. They lead it 82-73. 3:34 left. We'll be back in a moment. What a night for the Clan of Simon Fraser as far as passing the ball and shooting the ball. 31 of 55 from the field, 56.4%. 14 of 22 from three-point land. As Cavill gets the rebound here, can't make it, but Long does. 14 of 22 from three-point land for the Clan, 63.6%. 20 assists, just 8 turnovers. And they lead by 7 with 3 minutes and change left for the Falcons to do something about this score. Spence, Provenzano, Spence, Muir K. Young, over to Provenzano, to Muir K. Young coming in against Cavill. And the ball's poked out of bounds, last touch off the Clan. An empty possession for Simon Fraser, we haven't said that much lately. Inbounds here to Lizotte. Falcons trying to get within 5 or 4. Game still within reach for them. If they can play well on both ends of the floor in these final couple minutes, and there's the slam for Tony Miller as he slides through the side door and scores. Miller has 15. The assist there to Cavill. And now it's Pankratz, top of the circle. 5-point game. Muir K. Young over to Michael Provenzano. 2:20 left and counting. 11 on the shot clock. Muir K. Young against Cavill. Three-pointer on the way from deep. It's short for Pankratz. Rebound going to Cavill. Back the other way we go. Lizotte. Cavill. Long Almost fumbled the ball, gets it back, has a chance, fouled on the way up by Spence, and he'll go to the line for 2 with 2:02 to go. Spence is called for the foul, his first. And now Long will go to the line for 2, trying to get the Falcons within 3. That would make it a one-possession game if he makes both. And the first free throw up and good for Gavin. He's got 13. Falcons with 4 double-digit scores on the floor right now for them. Lizotte has 10, Stroyford 16, Miller 15, Long with 13, hoping to make it 14 here. Second free throw on the way. It's going to rim out. Muir K. Young gets it. Falcons still struggling from the line. 19 of 29. It's just 65.5% for them from the charity stripe, and it's just a 4-point game. They've missed from the free throw line 10 times tonight in a 4-point game. Provenzano against Lizotte, 9 to shoot. Falcons need stops. Provenzano blocked from behind by Stroyford cleanly and then out of bounds. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Now, inbounds from the baseline. Provenzano goes quickly to Pankratz. 4 seconds against Long. Coming in, going up. No! Rebound Cavill. Back the other way we go. Lizotte coming in quickly. Great kick out. Miller for 3. It's good! It's actually a deep 2 for Miller. They call it a 2. His foot was on the line, but the Falcons are within 2 with a minute 15 to go. Great closing stretch so far for the Falcons, but still more work to do. Spence, Provenzano, Pankratz. A minute 3 to go. Spence fakes, comes in, goes up, no chance. Rebound Cavill. Back the other way we go. Falcons can tie or get the lead. Here's Cavill on the break, fouled on the way up. Sherman Newsom hacked him, and that was basically intentional at this point. Plan probably figuring, hey, let's take our chances at the free throw line with these Falcons the way they've shot from the free throw line so far, instead of just giving them the tie. Fouls on Sherman Newsom, his 4th. Cavill needs both of these free throws to give the Falcons the tie. Shot number 1 is good. Cavill, cool as ice there. He's got 10. Second shot coming. Needs this for the tie. Here it comes. It's good. We're tied. 82 all. Now the Falcons have to get it done again on the defensive end. Both teams perhaps have 1 possession left. Provenzano calls timeout. 45.3 left on the game clock. 23 on the shot clock. And we will return in a moment. Both teams getting ready to break their respective huddles. 82-82 tie. 45.3 seconds remaining. Simon Fraser with the ball. 23 seconds left on the shot clock. 2 timeouts left for both sides. 10 fouls on the Clan, so the Falcons are in the double bonus right now. 4 fouls on the Falcons. Provenzano inbounds to Muir K. Young. Gives it to Salam, driving right against Long. Mid-range shot for the lead, it's good! And the Clan stand to maybe get the last shot now. 8-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Falcons need a hoop here. Long, heading left. Lazat coming in quick, whistle, foul. No basket, he'll go to the line. He's got to get those 2 points from the free throw line right now. 24.1 seconds to go. The foul's on Provenzano, his third. And now Nikhil Lazat going to the line. 2 shots for him, he needs both. First shot on the way is good and rattles home. Shot clock is off. Keep that in mind. So even if he makes this next shot, the Clan are going to get the final shot of the game here. And now Provenzano gets it. Let's see if the Clan want to call timeout. I think they may just let it happen instead of giving the Falcons a chance to set something up. The Clan may as well just wait until the absolute final second to shoot this ball. And now a foul here on Cavill. The Falcons had fouls to give, so that's not a bad foul for Cavill. That's his third, just the team's fifth. They have one more foul to give. And now a timeout's going to be called by the Clan. 9.3 seconds to go. The Clan looking for just their third win all time against the Falcons in 19 tries. This team won just 2 conference games a year ago, 4 games overall. And they're looking for what would, I'm sure, be considered a big win for their program. They have 1 timeout left. Falcons have 2. And again, the Falcons, they just have 5 team fouls, so they could foul again here before any kind of shot attempt could develop. That would get them to 6 fouls, and then as long as they're below 7, they're okay here. They wouldn't be, the Clan would not be in the bonus situation. So 9.3 seconds, that's all that's left. And again, I would think if you're the Clan here, you're probably content just to wait until the absolute final moment to go and shoot this ball. Although they do have some players looking ahead to overtime that have some foul trouble. You've got Salam and Sherman Newsom with 4 fouls. Muir K. Young on the court right now has 3 fouls. Provenzano 3 fouls. And Pankratz has 3 fouls. Inbounds coming. Pankratz to Sherman Newsom. Over to Provenzano. Provenzano lost the ball! Stratford has it! Outlet in! Cavill couldn't get it. And we will go to overtime. 5 minutes on the clock. A great defensive stop by the Falcons. It's just too bad they couldn't turn it into points. They had a couple timeouts to play with there, but I think they just wanted to see if maybe they could outlet it to Cavill, and then he could win it in transition with a layup, but they just couldn't hit on the pass. So we will go to overtime, 84-84, our score right here. And that was just a great clutch defensive stop that we saw from the SPU Falcons right there to keep them in this game. So remember, with overtime, the team fouls will carry over from the second half. So the Falcons have 5 fouls right now. The Clan have 10. So the Falcons are in the double bonus situation. The Clan are 2 Falcon fouls away from getting themselves into a 1-and-1 situation. Each team has 1 timeout to work with in this overtime. And of course, we'll start overtime with a jump ball at center court. And again, the Clan in some foul trouble here. Salam has 4 fouls. Sherman Newsom 4. Provenzano 3. Pankratz 3. Lewin off the court right now. He has 4 fouls. Muir K. Young has 3. Baranez has 3. And they don't have a lot of players really listed on their roster here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players on the Clan roster that are not listed as red shirts. Falcons will go from right to left in overtime. Clan from left to right. Miller will jump against, looks like Pankrats here. And for the Falcons, you have Wooten, Cavill, Colosimo, Stroyford, and Miller in the game right now. For the Clan, you have Muir, K. Young, Salam, Sherman Newsom, Provenzano, and Pankrats in the game. Falcons win the jump to start overtime. Lazat bounces over to Stroyford, driving right, has a chance at it, lays it in! And the Falcons lead it by 2, 86-84, as the Falcons look for their second conference win of the year. Provenzano heading left, and he kicks out Muir K. Young. Falls down, and I think there's going to be a foul. No shooting foul. It is number 6 on the Falcons. And that is number 4 overall on Cavill. So he may have to check out of the game because of foul trouble here. Although, with it being overtime, they'll keep him in. Only 4:30 left. Pass going to Pankrats here. 15 to shoot. Provenzano. Pankrats against Stroyford. Driving right. Goes up. Right hand. No. Rebound Cavill. Back the other way we go. Long with it. Out to Lazat. The Falcon defense coming up with some clutch stops the last 3-4 minutes of this ball game or so. Long almost fumbled the ball, but he kicks it out to Lazat. Has a chance for 3. No, but Stroyford's there with the rebound. Here's Long. Over to Lazat. Falcons trying to increase their lead in overtime. Miller driving left. They can't poke it free, and now he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. And that foul is going to go on Sherman Newsom, and he's out of the game. So that's his 5th, and he finishes with 22 points tonight. Went 5 of 6 from three-point land, 8 of 10 from the field. And Othniel Spence now checks in for the Clan. So Tony Miller to the line, 2-shot situation here for him. And already in overtime, the foul trouble aspect of it for the Clan showing up here. They would have been better off winning this game in regular time. But their leading scorer, Sherman Newsom, is out. And they also got to deal with the fact that Salam and Lewin have 4 fouls. Provenzano and Pankrats have 3. And now it's Miller making the second of 2 free throws, and that puts the Falcons up 88-84. Miller perfect from the free throw line this time around. Provenzano with the ball. Hands it off. Muir K. Young over to Provenzano, heading to the right. Spence. And he lost the ball as they tried to kick it out. Miller the steal and the slam. He took it away from Salam, and they went coast to coast. Falcons up 6. What a run for them the last 3-4 minutes of this game, and now into overtime. Spence driving left, blocked away cleanly. And Long picks up the loose ball after Stroyford swatted it from behind. Lazat with the ball. It's going to go to Miller, to Long. 3:02 left in overtime. Stroyford, Lazat, fakes. Swings out. Miller for the 3. In and out from the right corner. That could have been a dagger right there. Would have put the Falcons up 9. Instead, the Clans still have life. And Salam kicks it out to Muir K. Young. Now it's Provenzano. Turn around from just shy of the free throw line. No, out of bounds. Untouched. Falcons have it with 2:37 to go in overtime. And now a timeout called by Simon Fraser. Just a quick correction, each team had a timeout added to their allotment going into the overtime. So the Falcons had 3 timeouts going into the overtime. Simon Fraser had 2. Now they have 1 left. 2:37 left in overtime. Falcons up 90-84. We'll be back in a moment. It has been a great comeback bid for the SPU Falcons. They were down 82-73 with 4:06 left to play in regular time. They ended the second half on an 11-2 run to tie it at 84. Now, so far, they've won overtime 6-0. So that is a 17-2 run for the Falcons when you add it up. What a finish for them so far, but they've got 2 minutes, 23 seconds left to close the deal. Cavill coming into the left. Goes inside. Miller has it poked free. No foul. Out of bounds off the Klan. 7 seconds left to shoot. And the Falcons will inbound. Again, 3 timeouts left for the Falcons. 1 for the Klan. Klan have 10 team fouls when you combine their second half totals with overtime, 10 plus actually. Falcons have 6. And now a timeout will be called. And let's see who the timeout's going to be credited to.
90-84.
Looks like it's a timeout called by the Falcons. Full timeout. They have 2 left with 2:13 to go, 7 on the shot clock, and we will return in a moment. What a run for the SPU Falcons so far, 17-2, and now 19-2 as Stroyford lays it in. 8-point lead for the Falcons with 2:05 left in overtime. And Pancratz will roll it over to Provenzano. 2 minutes left in OT. Falcons up 8, about to close out what would be a tremendous comeback win. Pancratz mid-range, good! And that gets the Klan within 6. Not done yet. That's the Klan's first points of overtime, by the way. 92-86. And now Lazat. Got it from Stroyford. Long, right side. He's got to find somebody. Oh, dangerous pass. Spence could have picked that off, taken it the other way. And now Lazat throws it right to Pancratz. Now here's Spence. Ball poked free by Lazat cleanly and out of bounds. With 26 to shoot and 1:18 left on the clock. The game clock, that is. And now Tony Miller checks in for the Falcons. He comes in for Stroyford. And now the inbound's coming up. It's Provenzano who inbounds from the baseline. 5 seconds or less to inbound. Gets into the hands of Pancratz, and he gets the two-hand slam. 92-88. The Klan trying to create a comeback bid of their own. And now this is going to be Lizotte over to Cabell. Right side hitting left. Wooten, timeout Falcons. Not a bad timeout to take here. Grant Leap will try to settle everybody down. With a minute left in overtime, Falcons up 4, but the Klan's starting to get some momentum here a little bit. 30-second timeout. Quick reset of the game right now. 58.8 seconds to go. One timeout left for each team. Falcons are in the double bonus because the Klan have 10-plus fouls. Dating back to the start of the second half, Falcons have 6 team fouls. So one more by them would put the Klan in the bonus. Right now, you have a 42.8 second differential thereabouts between the shot clock and the game clock. So at this point, the Klan would probably stand to get one more possession. They'd have to find a way to steal a possession or two. And you also wonder how much fouling would be a consideration for them. Send the Falcons to the free throw line, where SPU tonight is just 25 of 35. Good for 71.4%. Lizotte takes it back into the front court after getting the inbounds. Here's Long with 8 seconds. Driving right, spins around, goes up, and it's going to go out with the left hand, but he gets it right back. Huge rebound for the Falcons. Now the Klan really have got to think about fouling. They've got to get some possessions. And Provenzano has to foul Lizotte, and that's not who you needed to foul there. Lizotte, a very good free throw shooter, and he marches back to the line. Provenzano with 4 fouls on him. Lizotte tonight 6 of 6 from the free throw line. First shot on the way for him is good, 7 of 7. Stroifert checks in now for Miller. Second shot coming. It's going to be up, and it's going to be good. 94-88, Colosimo checks in for Lizotte. It'll be interesting to see, though, if Lizotte comes back in at some point, because I would think you want him on the floor for free throw shooting purposes. Provenzano with it. Klan probably need a 3 here. Pankratz will try to get it for him, and he's short. Ball batted around and in! And that, I think, would be a 2-pointer. I think that would be a 2-pointer. It is a 2. Timeout on the floor. 94-90 the score. That did not go in on the fly. It went in on a tip. As Lewin tipped it in, he gets credit for it. Timeout on the floor with 29.8 to go, as the Falcons try to hang on to this lead in overtime. So, 29.8 remaining. Still have not seen who that timeout was credited to. But right now you have 1 timeout on the board for each side. 1 timeout for the Falcons, 1 for the Klan. 29.8 seconds to go. The shot clock is off. And it's still a 2-possession game, so the Klan are in the MO here where they need to steal the ball or they need to foul. Lizotte has it. That's not who you want to foul if you're the Klan, but they do it anyway. So the foul this time goes on the Klan. And I think it went on Jordan Muir-Keyoung. And the first shot for Lizotte is up and good. Muir-Keyoung confirmed with the foul. That's his 4th. Nathan Stroifert comes out of the game. Coleman Wooten out of the game. Tony Miller in the game, along with Lizotte, who we just saw. Now Coleman Wooten checks in the game for Lizotte. I think Grant Leap has decided that he wants Lizotte in the game on offense, and then on the defensive side, you put in somebody else. And they need 3s. the Clan do. Here's one from the corner. Spence can't make it. Rebound. Gets into the hands of Colosimo. By the way, the Clan have no timeouts left. 14.2 seconds to go. Now let's see who this foul's going to be on.
Foul goes against Coleman Wooten.
The foul goes on the Falcons. It's on Coleman Wooten, and that's going to be his first.
At the line, Tyrell Lewin.
Tyrell Lewin to the line. Tony Miller checks in for Wooten.
Shoots 1 and 1.
Now this is interesting here. Lewin, if he makes this first free throw, he can get the Clan to within 5. Now let's see if he can make this. He takes a deep breath. It's no good! And the rebound going to Miller. Ball poked free from him. And it's out of bounds off Miller, apparently. Okay, Clan still have a chance if they can make a quick three. I was going to say, if Lewin had made that first, maybe you intentionally missed number 2 and try to tap it in and get within 3. Now the Clan a chance to get within 3 if they can make one from deep here. They get it to Newer K. Young. And now Salam for 3, hit it! Clan still have a chance. 96-93, Colosimo immediately fouled. Gabe Colosimo, excuse me, immediately fouled by Spence. That's just his second. And now Colosimo has to hit at least 1 of 2 here. And keep in mind, no timeouts left for the Clan. Double bonus, first shot, good. That's a huge shot for Gabe. He needed that one. Colosimo now, just 2 points on the night, but that was a big point there, and now he's got 3. And that may do it. 5-point game, ball batted by Colosimo out of bounds. Nice play by him. 6.8 on the clock now. If the Clan are going to have any kind of shot, they need a 3-pointer immediately. And then they need time left on the clock to steal the ball or foul. Here's Spence moving quickly. He's got to shoot it now. He does. No good. Ball out of bounds. Last touch off the Falcons, but only 0.9 seconds left, and SPU is going to win this game. Not even a foul on a 3-point shot would let Simon Fraser tie and go to double overtime. Falcons are going to go to 7-4 on the year, 2-2 in the GNAC. Tough loss for the Clan. They're going to go to 7-5, 1-3 in the GNAC. This shot will count. It's no good, and it's over. What a comeback for the SPU Falcons. They were down 82-73 with 4:06 left in regular time, and then from there, they won the rest of this game 25-11. They won on an 11-2 run to end regular time, and they won overtime 14-9. And they win this game over Simon Fraser 98-93. Great comeback win for Grant Leaf's team as they prevent Simon Fraser from getting just their 3rd win all time against the SPU Falcons. So that does it for our coverage here from Royal Brome Pavilion. Until next time, this is Tom Giulianella saying good night, and we'll see you next year. Happy New Year, everyone.